Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Heidi.
Good morning, Jeannie.
It's
How are you?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning, good morning, morning. I hope you're feeling fine.
And I have to tell you, Mother Nature may have made it super cold last night, but did you get up early enough to see the sunrise that God gave us?
You know what? I was up early enough, but I was actually working out, so I was not able to see the sunrise.
And whoever is calling will get to you in just a minute.
Yeah.
But it was the brightest, most vibrant red and pink this morning.
Beautiful.
And I'm like, he's telling us that there's a new day ahead.
Absolutely.
It's going to be warmer. It's going to be all of those things.
Yes.
So lots of things that are happening at Hen and Chick Studio. And the other day we had so much fun on Wednesday during our live,
right?
To talking about kids quilts and all things kind of are centered around kids.
And I think I was surprised, Heidi, when we started talking about it. And if you didn't see that, it's still available. It lives on our website or on YouTube or even on Facebook if you go
Absolutely. So if you're on our website, you can go to the live shopping tab and they call it like a video player. Mm-hmm. It would be, since it's our most recent one that we did in that format, it is the one that's large, and if you go below that, then all the previous ones before that are there for a while.
So if you happen to miss something, you don't necessarily miss it, you just catch up later.
That's right.
We play the catch up game a lot.
Yes,
but I think when we started talking about it, I was digressing on that, but I was surprised how many ideas we already had focused a lot on children.
Yes. Yes.
And when we started pulling some stuff together, and we know people oftentimes, we talked about it, we shared some of our quotes for our kids.
Yes.
And we talked about how a lot of times when people are coming in, example, just the other day, somebody came in very specifically looking for inspiration for their first baby's quilt.
And so this morning, we just brought a few things out. We're not doing a comment sold. We don't have a clicker with us or anything like that. We can't read comments in this particular format that we're using. So if you do have a question, by all means, put it in the comments. And did I say I'm Heidi and you're Jamie? And did I say this? Did we say this is Hen and Chick Studio?
I don't even know that.
Well, welcome to Hen and Chick Studio. This is we just your family.
Yeah.
We just assume that you know where you're at. But here at Hen and Chick Studio, in Conrad, Iowa, our goal is always to get back through all the comments and answer whatever it is that you've got a question about. So don't hesitate. And of course, we're open 10 to 5, Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on Saturdays. And the phone number, 641-366-3336. And if we aren't able to answer like we just had a moment, it'll go to voicemail.
Yep.
When we get done, we'll pick it up. We'll give you a call back. So leave a detailed message, and we will be glad to help you in any way we can, in whatever format is best for you to communicate with us.
So when we're talking about kids, one of the things I think, besides quilts, we have some other products. And one of them, if you see our little bear on the chair, is so adorable. First, the bear is cute, but
he's wearing a bear.
He's wearing a bear bib, and this just reminds me so much of like what I call the old-fashioned with the little sleeves and the tie on the back.
And that is one of the products from a kit from the Whole Country Caboodle. And one of the things I really like about their kits and why we're purchasing kits directly from them is that everything is included except for the thread.
Yeah.
So, for example, it's all pre-cut, pre-fused appliques. This fabric would be included in the kit. Like what you see is what you get.
Which is nice because it's just a complete bundle that you can get right to work on, and everything you need is in it.
Yes.
And there's also a whole bunch of other things. If you don't like the bear, we do have the little squirrel bib.
The chipmunk, and there was a moose.
Yeah.
And
something else.
Yeah,
frog.
Yes.
Yeah, that we had that we showed the other day. So if you haven't seen those, I encourage you definitely check them out. But also the rest of the Whole Country Caboodle. Because also a central Iowa-ish, north central.
Yep, she's not too far from us. Leanne and her daughter Caitlin are celebrating 30 years in business this year, and it's wonderful to be able to support not only another small business owned by women and in Iowa. We love that.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. And just because we've every time we get on the computer, we try to think about how to make your experience better on our website. So we're trying to always, I'll say, preempt how you might be looking for something. And so if you go to shop and then there's a drop down that says shop all products, There now is a just for kids category. So that if you think, hey, I like some of the kids stuff, or you like all of the kids stuff that we're showing, if you go to the just for kids category, we've then divided that category into patterns for kids, kits for kids, panels,
Yep.
Back quarter bundles, and there's one more.
Yep. What is it?
What's the other one? Oh, goodness gracious. We're testing.
Fabric. Just
Fabrics.
yardage.
Just straight fabric. Yardage.
Yeah.
Do,
The obvious
do
one.
we sell any fabric? I don't know. And so that, and then also there's also another category for the whole country caboodle. So again, we've tried to divide that up by cats and dogs, because there is a whole category of pre-cut, pre-fused appliques for cats and dogs, but the kits for things like that, or the individual patterns.
So yeah, so to make it easier, and again, if you have questions, make sure you comment. But to that, the panels. So we talked a little bit about panels, where we have these adorable. Okay, you gotta just, that makes you smile this morning.
I'll come up here so you can see it.
And that is just one of the little, in this new Farm Babies collection that we have, adorable. But we have kits for the panels, often that where we've cut the panels apart. But if you're not one that wants that, it's easy to do something like Pen Pals, where the panel is, and I guess we don't have that kit right here, it's hanging out there. The panel is left complete in the center. So there's options, and there's also, as we said, panel patterns that you can just put the whole panel in. But great options.
And have I told you about the picture that I have of my grandmother?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, yes, and I sometimes have to get it, put it on. Maybe I'll try to remember to do that today. But when I got the photo and it was handed to me, I thought, why is Grandma wearing such a fancy bow out in the pen where the hens were? She and her brother, one of her brothers, were out, and what it comes is there's actually chicks standing on top of her head. And so I just love this. Love this.
Yes.
Oh, there's so many good things. We showed Azagale a new kit, and it's actually being quilted at the moment. So we've got that. Just so many different things that are happening with the kids. You're going to find us, of course, trying to showcase all the fun things here. So whether you're here or at a distance, that we can share with you everything that's in the store. And do you know, here's another good little tip to know, everything that's in the store is online, I think, except for a very few exceptions. There might be a couple things that aren't, but we ship all over. So don't hesitate to do that. Okay, so just a quick note about some things that are coming up.
Okay. Yes, and we always have exciting things.
That's right.
Too.
So we have been having fun with our Hat Hooray pattern from Terry Atkinson, and we've done 4 weeks of sew along, and those videos are all on the page henandchickstudio.com/topitoff. And the last things to happen with that particular sew along are a February 9th deadline of you uploading your top. Does not have to be finished.
Just completed
just
top.
The top
has to be sewn together. Can't just be pieces laying on.
That's right. And it can't, but you don't have to layer it and quilt it and bind it, but you do have to have the top completed. So if you're like hearing this for the first time, what is today? February 3rd? Yes. You have 6 days. Doable.
It is doable in 6 days.
Doable to get it done in 6 days. If you upload, the top by the 9th, then on February 14th, we're going to give some love out for all of you, and we're going to have a little awards award show.
Yeah.
And celebrate the fact that we've had several people making some very fun options
and our sew along
with that. And then on the 14th, we're going to announce our next sew along. We're scheming and having fun with that. As you can only imagine, the actual sew along, we'll announce it on February 14th. It'll go through the month of March, actually even into April, just a little bit with some the deadline and stuff. But I think it's going to be a great
one,
great pattern to follow along with. So, and some good tips. Even if you don't want to make the quilt, we're going to be offering some awesome tips.
Yeah, and I would like, and some people already know this, but in case we have some new people that they're sharing the videos, excuse me, we always encourage you to share it with a friend, because I know we're talking about kids, kind of recapping it and encouraging you to go back and watch that, but maybe you know somebody in DC that's looking for some inspiration for a children's quilt. Send them that way, share with it. That's the best way that we can help other people to be creative and get their juices flowing with ideas and such. But also, if they don't know, because they're watching on Facebook right now this morning,
this
about our creative community.
That's right. We have a Facebook group on Facebook, and I'll put the link in when we get done. But please join in the fun and share whatever you're doing and whatever your creativity is.
I would love to see some baby quilts on there, because we had a couple the other day, and one of them was older. I think, was it Jan that posted a monkey from years ago. Feel free to share those on there, and show a little bit of history about your quilt or what you've done or how it was made. That's what makes it fun, and that's what we love to see too.
Absolutely. Lots of creativity everywhere. All right. Well, we just wanted to jump in this morning and say hello.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Friday, yay. Friday. How do
Something like that.
Yes.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere already.
Yeah, it is 5 o'clock someplace. All right. Well, we hope you have a great day, and until the next time we talk to you, be creative.
Absolutely.